Maximum.
Yes, time.
Ready now?
Yeah.
Head coach Darren Sammy here. Maximum 2 questions per journalist. Maximum 8 minutes. Who wants to go first?
Okay. Darren, a good win in the first match. To win back-to-back defeats. I mean, what do you put that down to?
I thought, look, you came here at the start of the series, with a World Cup here in, I think, less than 20 months away. I did say it's for us to test the depth in our squad, missing some key players who didn't make that trip. Having seen the way we played on a typical Dambula wicket, what we expect from what all the stats said. I thought we dominated. Yes, they came back in the game in the later stages, but I thought the partnership with Brandon and King really bat them out of the game. However, you come here and then you turn up and you see a totally different wicket. I told the guys what it did, we sent a strong message. We started the series one way, with a squad looking to see the depth, and the home side had to change the whole setup to make sure, they got some spinners to make sure that the spinners got the advantage. Ideally, yes, our men did not respond well to the spin. However, with the mindset that we have in our team, being a championship winning team, we must be able to play in different conditions. Letting bowlers be challenged, and letting also our batters be challenged. So for us to see the last two games, the nature in which the wicket was from what it was at the start, I thought we actually won the contest because we were the away team, and the conditions set before us, we challenged them with a squad that was not our full squad, and they had to react to that. So I told the guys, yes, when World Cup come, we won't get these conditions. ICC will make sure the pitches are good. So it was a moral victory for us from the first game to the second game. However, when you have pacers like the two slingers not getting an opportunity to bowl on good wickets, when the true test comes, that's where you really test your team. And we, as a group, yes, of course, Sri Lanka has never beaten us in a T20 series. But in the manner in which they had to do for that to happen, over here in Sri Lanka, we'll take that. But there's much need for improvement with the way that my guys play spin when there is a challenge. And today, we showed that when we bat with intent and we, again, put the pressure on, we got to 160 on a difficult wicket.
When you say difficult wicket, you see they both sides scored about 320 runs. Not the second one, I'm talking about this new wicket. So, you think that it was a fair wicket?
No, well, what I'm saying is you turn up and you see two wickets a certain way. And then the following, after one game, you see a massive change in what was prepared before. Then, and the stats, I watch Lanka Premier League, the stats say is average 190. 190 is the best wicket in Sri Lanka. So for you to, there's home advantage. But what good does that make for the development of your squad, especially your fast bowlers, being able to bowl and having an impact on the game? So that's, for me, I took the learning from that from my men. You understand? Because we go to Australia, we go to England, we go different places, we find different conditions. And we got to be able to adjust. What we've done over the last year as a team, improving from number 9 it was to number 3 in the world, it's because we've been able to adjust. And our batsmen has gotten better in rotation of strike and playing spin. And we won't let this series here deter us from, the goal. The mission is still to be able to become a championship winning team. And this here was a good tester for us.
You said that you want to become a championship winning side, but then if you can't play in a spin-friendly wicket, is that not effective? Because you said that the World Cup will be played in Sri Lanka, and as we saw in West Indies during the ICC World Cup, the pitches were not up to the standards. So, I mean, you could still get these kind of wickets.
No, we have these wickets at home, and that's what I'm saying to you. My guys, we've not lost a series at home in probably 5 or so. From the starting of 2023, we've not lost a T20 series at home. So, but that has been on the back of moving our run rate and strike rate versus spin from 6 to 8.5 during that 7 to 15 period, and we play on difficult wickets. You understand? What I'm saying is, if the wickets are difficult from the start, that's okay. You go to the World Cup wicket in New York. It was bad. St. Lucia, different. It got a very good rating. You go to Trinidad, it was tough. But when we were put under pressure against New Zealand in Trinidad, someone stood up. Rutherford stood up and played. So that's the type of learning I'm talking about. But when you come to a place and you know the conditions tells you it is a 190 wicket, and you restrict the home team on that condition for 180, and you chase it down. Yes, they came back in the game, and you chase it down by batting them out of the power play, and you turn up 2 days later, no sunshine, pitch covered, but you see a totally different wicket. That's what I'm talking about. If we started the competition like those last 2 pitches, no problem. We're going to fight.
They have a rain, so they couldn't prepare what the wicket Sri Lanka wanted.
What's that?
They said that because of rain, they couldn't prepare the wicket what
No.
wanted.
You know the stats at Dambulla. I think probably 1 wicket was lost in the
I
LBL.
think those series were just 3 games because it was with Afghanistan, so they didn't play for their strength.
Let me ask you a question. What's the average score on this wicket?
It's 190, yeah.
All right, then.
It's just 3 games.
No, the wicket, look, if you check the wicket we played on the first game, it was a 200 wicket. Are you not agreeing?
Yes.
So how can it move from 200 to 150 within a space of 2 days?
But then even today, Sri Lanka were 116 just...
We bowled poorly, and that's what I'll talk about. We bowled poorly. You understand?
Yeah. What does it mean to you to go to Sri Lanka? How do
It's always a beautiful place. I started my captaincy here, and I was saying it's been 12 years since I was last here. The last time I was here was in 2012 when we won the World Cup. So Sri Lanka is a beautiful place to tour. I mean, all the guys, the crowd, everything is good. We know what we expect. So again, don't get me wrong. We come to Sri Lanka, the subcontinent, we expect those type of conditions. So when we saw it, we were like, whoo, that's nice. That's home. So don't get me wrong, Sri Lanka is a beautiful place to play, but I'm just thinking about my coming here in less than 20 months' time. What learning have I taken from this? And that's what I tell you, we're gonna go in different, we're gonna come back here again.